Hey, it's Jim with Garage Store, and here's 10 red flags that I see in our industry. First and foremost, are they an actual company? Are they registered? Do they have a website? Can you find them on Google? Have they been around for a couple of years? That just shows that they have quality work and have a reputation. That's important. Another thing would be the type of installers that they have. Are the installers employees of the company? Are the installers trained properly? How long have those installers been with that company and their experience? That's a big factor because you want them to install a quality floor for you. Another thing is the equipment. If it's a good quality company, they're gonna have good quality equipment, probably expensive equipment. Some of our grinders here at Garage Store, they can run from $10,000 to $30,000. The vacuums can run anywhere from $4,000 to $10,000. So it just gives you a little bit of a price range of the type of equipment you need to do a quality job. Another red flag is, no offense to the guy working out of his pickup truck. Question is it really a full-time job? Is it just a side hustle? There's a lot of guys in my industry that do work for a large corporation, do good quality work, but then they're weekend warriors. Usually that's good quality work. The question I would have is, where they're getting their product from. Is it left over from another job? And the other thing too is, do they have the right equipment? Because most big companies aren't gonna let an employee use their equipment on the weekend. So just keep that in mind when you're looking to hire somebody to do a concrete coating, whether it's garage or industrial flooring. All right, another red flag that I've noticed, especially when I talk to customers or clients, is the estimator who gives the sales pitch. We come out, we measure the floor. Garage Store gives you an opportunity to make decisions. We measure the floor. We give you options on different colors, maybe even options on different types of flooring systems, and then a price. That price is pretty solid, whether you choose to go with us or not. If somebody's going to come up to you and give you an offer or a price, and they're willing to negotiate right off the bat, or they're trying to wheel and deal, to me that's a red flag, because you can see that they're just interested in the sale, not the quality of the job being done. Another red flag would be the warranty. You want to make sure that the company is going to stand behind their product. And it kind of goes back to their history. Have they been around a while? Do they use quality product? Do they have great references? You want to hire a company that's going to stand behind their product. Say 2-3 years from now, something goes wrong, they're going to repair it, they're going to replace it, take care of it. So keep that in mind. Another red flag that I see a lot is companies that offer a one-size-fits-all system. What I mean by it is they offer one system or one coating process for every application. In this industry, you have various products you can use. Concrete is different in all different types of environment. So you want to know that when you're talking with the company that's installing the product, that they can use different types of primers, they can use different types of coating systems, they probably have different types of flake systems, and then also the top coats. You want a company that understands the difference between a UV resistant and a UV stable top coat. There's various factors to think about. Just think about what I'm saying, and hopefully these red flags will help you make a decision on who you want to hire. All right, another red flag that I hear a lot and see is pricing that's just too good to be true. Obviously, it costs money to bring out equipment to a job. It costs money to pay for skilled labor, and it costs money for quality products. So if a company is coming out and bidding your job that's a price that's just too good to be true, to me it's a red flag. You want to make sure you're getting a quality product, and the old adage, you get what you pay for. Another red flag that I see a lot is clients are saying that a company will not coat outside the garage door. The area that sticks outside the garage door we refer to as an apron in the business. If a company cannot or will not go outside the garage, then they're probably not using what we call UV stable system. To me, that's kind of like a red flag, because they're obviously using a cheaper system and they don't trust their product being exposed to sunlight. But here's the thing, all summer your garage door is going to be open and exposed to the sunlight for hours. Well, think about this over 2 or 3 years, how much exposure that garage floor is going to get to sunlight. If it's not a UV stable system, it's going to yellow, it's going to change colors on you. So just keep that in mind when you're talking with companies about coating your garage floor, whether they go outside or have the ability to go outside. All right, another red flag that I see is subcontractors. And that's not a bad word. I know there's a lot of companies that operate with subcontractors, and those subcontractors are very skilled. But what I've seen in this industry is that companies will hire these subcontractors not train them properly, not check their references, make sure that they're good quality installers, and then you lose that quality in the floor. Where at Garage Store, it's all in-house employees. So we train all our own employees. Our employees have been doing this for years. We know that our consistency and the quality of our floors are there day after day, month after month, year after year. So if you see your neighbor's garage floor being done by Garage Store and you hire Garage Store, you will be getting the same quality as your neighbors. Hey, I know I said 10 red flags, but here's a couple bonus ones. Let's get to it. All right, another red flag I see is companies that don't offer texture options. What I mean by texture is the slip resistance of that floor. So it's a big safety factor with families and in the commercial industry, because obviously if you're working on this floor, you want to make it slip resistant. So depending upon the application, we can add various grit or texture to that floor to help prevent slippage. So for the safety of your family, your kids, and in a commercial environment with your employees, you want texture to make the floor slip resistant. So another red flag is car lifts with no name or no brand. Here at Garage Store, we partnered up with Atlas and Benpack to provide quality car lift that has specifications and a reputation.